Since it's a weekday, that this camp spot that I've picked out will just be open, but there is only one spot, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I might just take you with me kind of for this whole week, because I don't really know that I have a direction for this video, but I do have a few very Oregon-y things planned for the week, and just doing a quick scoping out of the spot. I don't really know if this is the exact one. It's not great. This is definitely a good fit for like a tenter. But I don't think it's exactly the one I'm meant to be at. And I saw one that's kind of just right off the road, and I think I'm just gonna go there because I'm only here for one night. I came here because there's hot springs just on the other side of this reservoir here. So I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow. Right now, I have a headache because I'm dehydrated because I ran out of water until today. And I woke up in a Walmart parking lot and I've been driving on this bumpy road. So everything's a complete disaster in here. I have a bunch of dishes I couldn't do. All my bed things are everywhere. So it's time to nurse myself back to health. Oh shit. Oh no. setup you got there. You're in there good. You're welcome. Have fun. I was literally bent over trying to hide from them, and then they stopped driving to ask if I could help these people, but I don't know why I always like feel so awkward about filming myself. I think a lot of people do that do this. But whatever, they were nice, so it's okay. Oh, I need water. I'm hungry, thirsty, got dishes. Oh, I need to unplug my thingy. My sink doesn't work if I don't do this. Oh. I made like meatballs with pasta sauce the other day, and it's just been an absolute mess. I probably wouldn't do it again just because it's too hard to clean without hot water. I don't really know why it was so greasy, but I do find that my diet has been adjusted to facilitate living with less water and not hot water. Unless I heat it up, obviously, just to dishwash. The sponge is getting absolutely ruined, though. That's just gonna get messier. Oh boy. Running out of water is like the worst thing, in my opinion. I don't end up drinking as much water. I can't make coffee when I wake up. All my dishes sit and get worse. Like, I think I'd rather run out of power. Not gas though, not including gas. And there's not really much else I can run out of, I guess. I think someone's coming. I can't do this again. Wait. With a song I shouldn't sang in a fire in my mind. I lost something in the hill country. It took a piece of my heart away from me. I always knew he was a dance hall shaker. The broken cowboy stole my music maker. Now my water pump's dead. feel like I've just gotten back from the spa, and now I'm gonna cook myself a very extravagant breakfast, which I don't normally do. But I've got hash browns and eggs and sausage, and I don't know what to do first. I meant to scramble these. I don't know why I did that. It smells like it's burning. This is not going well. I did not really put new oil on. I'm not good at this. Running out of room in my fridge. Ooh, and the other thing I have is very exciting for anyone that's an adult. Right, this is burning. I'm not saying this is gonna look nice, but it will be yummy. Oh no, what am I doing? And the pan is gonna be a real pain to clean. But whatever. I got time. I have so much time. The only thing we're doing today is going on a hike. Breakfast probably is one of the hardest things to mess up, so doesn't really say much about my cooking. It's so pretty here. It's gonna be too bright for you to see. It is maybe like the second last week of my trip, so I feel like I'm at this point. It's close, like, okay, how do I say this? I'm excited to go home because I actually have a home to go to, which I haven't for like a year. It's kind of this weird point where I really want to be here, but I'm also, looking forward to the future. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I guess I just kind of want to segue to this moment I had a few days ago. I think is the real reason why I feel out of sorts, I guess, finally, now that I'm 1 month into my trip. And I'm a little surprised it took me this long to feel this. Whatever, I'll just plop it in. I came to check out this waterfall. Apparently, there's a trail that you get much better views at, except there is a rope and it's very slippery and I will probably get wet. So we're gonna go get a good view of this waterfall here, and you're coming with me. I kind of just impromptu decided to hike this little trail. I didn't know what to do with myself. I've been having kind of a low day, and I've been definitely trying to think my way out of it. In a way, I'm going through some transitioning times in my life just with my work. I published my first product. I started posting to YouTube. Obviously, you're seeing this much later, and that's been a while ago now, but right now that's all happening for me right now this week. So I just assumed it was all of that and just coming off of that train and I just awaiting my next train. So I don't know. those were my ideas, but it wasn't really making me feel better. And just while walking this trail, it occurred to me, it just seemed so clear all of a sudden that I'm lonely. I don't know if it was because the 17-year-old girl that told me to go down to the waterfall, I just like really enjoyed petting her dog and chatting with her, and she was hilarious because she was all like adrenaline rush from having just gone to the base of the waterfall, which I also experienced. I was like smiling so big after that. But yeah, on the way down, I don't know, I just was like, oh, I'm just lonely. And it doesn't bother me to be lonely. I think what bothers me is the feeling and not knowing what the feeling is. But as soon as I was able to name it, I don't know, maybe it's just that I know I can deal with that. I know I can deal with loneliness. So, sorry for this rant. I know I'm just gonna randomly plop this into, I don't know, next week's video, but loneliness is a huge part of solo travel. And it's something I always, I guess, warn people of being an inevitable thing that they'll experience, and just to not resist it when it happens, because it's just what it is and it's not a bad thing. Alternatively, we can call it solitude. So I don't know, maybe it is that I've, you know, finished a big project and now it's made space in my brain available to notice how alone I am, but I really don't mind. I like my own company. It's why I do this, and I can handle being lonely. So maybe it's me climbing a rope down to a waterfall that has me feeling better, or maybe it's this realization. I don't know. I ended up taking a really long break after my breakfast, which was like super delayed, and now it's almost 5 o'clock. And I've arrived to this trailhead, and there's a bunch of people here, but I'm gonna hike it anyways. There's a bunch of waterfalls. We're gonna go see waterfalls. So yeah, I was lonely. I think I'm still lonely, honestly. I went to the city because I was in the woods, and I thought I just needed like a break. I like didn't film that week. I just was like chilling with myself, and I think that kind of just added to the problem. But I went to the city because I was like, okay, I'll go be around humans. But then it was a Sunday, and everywhere I went to go into was like super dead, and I just felt super awkward, and I went to go see a movie, and even that, there wasn't many people, and the only couple that was in the movie theater with me ended up leaving halfway through the movie because it was an interesting movie, but it was kind of boring, I guess. So whatever, they left. I was alone again. But today, I did meet some people at the hot springs and in the parking lot, and that really is a big part of this. For me, in the camper, if I'm just like camping out in the woods, I don't end up really interacting with many people. So it's way better to meet people when I'm out like doing things. And I think that's why, since realizing that this weird feeling I have is loneliness, I've just been still continuing to do things. And that's why we're here to hike. We're doing things. There are 10 waterfalls on this hike, and I could definitely stay here forever. I no longer know if I'm going the right way. I just was at a trail junction and it was very unclear which trail I should follow. But at least I chose the one that's going towards the trailhead, so if it is the wrong one, I can get a map, and I should have just got one in the first place. But this is like a very developed area, so I assumed it would be very simple, and it has not been from the start. The trails are not named what they were from my research. And it's been 2 hours now. Okay, that's where I'm parked, but I think I'm gonna go that way to get more water. I can see cars. So basically, I parked over here, and then I went all the way around this way. I don't know, I just saw the waterfall, so I went there. But I should have gone this way and like cut across, and then it meets up, so that's cool. And then all this, and then that's the junction that had the sign that said absolutely nothing. So I didn't turn there, which would have shortened it, I guess. And it ended up going all the way over here. Look, there I am. And I'm parked all the way over there. So I will go back this way. So I've hiked like 13 kilometers. I don't know how many miles that is. And it looks like there's about 2 miles on the map to get to the thingy, which I believe is like 5 kilometers. God. So somehow this is like an 18-kilometer day, I guess. But honestly, it's good training for my overnight hike next week. So. Most of the maps had a giant blob like that, and I couldn't see anything. And also, the trail I was meant to take isn't even marked on this one. But I did make it home. Holy moly! I am going straight to the Anytime Fitness. I think it's like... It is only 30 minutes away. And I think I'm just gonna sleep there. Or hope I can get away with it. Probably can. These are so good. I didn't even hate that experience. It's just my legs hurt and it wasn't very smart. Before I went back on the trail, I made a little like quinoa salad thing, and I forgot that I had too much. I got too full, so I saved it for later. Oh, it's such a nice surprise. Where am I going? I don't know how to get out of here. Feeling lonely at this point. It's been a few days. I don't know if I just hit my quota of social interactions and phone calls, or if it's just been kind of getting over this hump of like close to the end but not quite the end, and almost a new beginning, but not quite the end of a past thing. And I kind of noticed today, and maybe this is like a full circle moment, that I was starting to feel like, well, I was really happy. I don't know, I was just so happy to be out here and driving and going to a new place and like coming to go paddleboard. And my whole time in Oregon is like 6 weeks, and it's feels like it's flown by. But I think like kind of late last week, it felt like there was still so much time left, and that kind of scared me, I think, to be alone for that much longer, because really I'm not making friends out here. Like, it's just me, and that is a long time to be alone. So I don't know if any of that made sense, and I'm not really like giving anyone advice, I guess, if they're lonely. And even if I tried to, loneliness is complicated, and it changes depending on like why you're alone or why you're feeling like you don't even have to be alone to feel lonely. So hopefully the sentiment that it passes, at least if you're traveling, maybe that will be helpful. If you're just lonely and there is no end in sight, I don't know, man. Hopefully no one has any extreme, what do I see? Is that a duck? Hopefully no one has any extreme lengths of loneliness in their life, because if you can accept that it's a temporary thing, then it's a lot easier to lean into it and make the most of it, you know? I think I kind of talked about that already. Anywho, I'm out crushing lily pads. And I have a mount hood to my front. Let's give you a twirl. I can't spin fast enough. This is... Where's the mountain? There it is.